Hey now, it's your brother Marcus, Mr. Elements of Inspiration, with another edition of the Elements of Inspiration show. And as always, I give you the best guests on this side of the globe, whether we're dealing with celebrities, people of interest, or I'm giving you the element of inspiration, Brother Marcus, quicker picker up as well. Today, you know I have a celebrity in the building. Yes, a recording artist. Y'all already know what it is. And I want to welcome this individual to the show, JPyles. That's right. His real name is his government name. I don't think I should give that to you. But anyway, he's an independent Christian gospel artist. He is a minister, and people like to say he's a self-proclaimed preacher's kid, all right, with a hot new record out called Jesus. How you doing, man?
Man, first off, thank you, Brother Marcus, for having me. I'm well, man. I'm super blessed, man. I'm just grateful for this opportunity to be rocking with you today. So, man, thank you for having me.
Man, I'm glad that you have the opportunity to rock with us. Now, I'm going to ask you a lot of crazy questions because I want people to get to know, who you are. Like, where are you from? Like, are you from, Atlanta? Are you from, California, Philly? Where are you from?
I'm from Houston, man. I'm down here in Texas.
All right, Texas, where the weather is always beautiful for the most part, right?
Man, it'd be hot down here, but we'll take that for now.
Hotter than Satan's toenails, I heard.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. It's wild, but I love my city, man. But all the way from Houston.
Oh, man. So let's get into this, man. How did you start off, like, doing what you do? What inspired you to do the music that you do growing up?
Well, man, see, it's crazy because growing up, I was always a drummer. So I grew up playing the drums from like a little boy all the way up until I got off of the drums in 2020.
Oh, wow.
Because I was playing, yes, sir. Like I was playing for our church. My dad is my passion. Our church has been in existence now for this will make 27 years. So I grew up playing the drums all my life, but music was such a big thing on both sides, my mom and dad's side. So I was just always around it, man. But God blessed me with a gift, man. I actually did R&B for a while.
Okay.
But, being a preacher's kid, I always have the support from my family, which I'm so grateful for. But, God just started dealing with me for me in 2020 and was just like, man, I gave you the gift and I'm not asking you to change it, just, what you're singing about. And we've been doing that since 2020. And, man, here we are today, really out here doing
with this hot record, Jesus.
Yes, sir.
All capital letters, no lowercase. How about that?
Absolutely. It's only one, man.
Wow. So, for you, would you consider this to be like your rollout masterpiece or just one of your masterpieces?
So what I think about this record is different than any other delivery that I would typically give. A lot of people do think like my music still kind of sounds like R&B-ish, but of course with the message of Jesus. So with this record, shout out to Nakaya. She was just like, JP, we love the music that you make. Everybody does, but I do lead worship every Sunday in my church also. So she was just like, she challenged me. She was like, man, you should do something that, of course, in your own way, but on that more traditional concepts to it, to where, you can hear people singing it in church. And I was like, you know what, let me do that. Let me challenge myself to do that. And man, God really blessed this record to come out. I think it's the perfect bridge, the connection of my typical sound to something that people can be, jamming on the radios, going to church and just ride throughout the week listening to.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, because I know that this is one of, I would say one of your fine collections and one of your fine selections of creations, what makes this song so, special to you and for you?
This song, so typically, what I love about this song is the simplicity, but the power, of course, the power of the message, the delivery of the message, the relatability of the record. I think that was the main goal for me. I wanted to make something that didn't just sound good, but something that really resonated with people, that they could connect to, something simple so that it would, be easier to catch on to and just spread and really be something that people can just be connected to throughout the day, of their busy weeks and going through challenges and things like that. And this record just does that. Immediately, I think that it grabs you, your attention, your ear out the gate, and then you listen to the simplicity of the message, and then it's just like, wow, Jesus really is my friend, my best friend, and, just being grateful for that. So I think that we were able to accomplish that with this record, and that just makes it super special to me.
Good, man. Now, like I was kind of teasing you a little bit. You know, they say, the preacher's kids or the pastor's kids are the worst kids in the world. I'm not going to go and say that. but like one of the things that I like that you said is your family, they supported you because, when you first came off of being a drummer, like get a drummer something, that, you got to do your thing.
Sir.
But
yes, sir.
when you started like doing your thing and just wanting to express yourself and, going all out there doing R&B music, I mean, I used to do it too. So, we just love music. And I think that's what it is. And the world kind of labels it. Maybe the words might have been a little different. How did you decide to say for yourself, even though you're saying, some people were like, man, you could do this, you could do that. What made you say, I'm going to do it? Not because, my father's the preacher of this church for 20 some odd years or, the pressure, because sometimes people will put the pressure on you. Because I think of PJ Morton when I think of you. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes,
like he's able to bridge the, the inspiration, the gospel with secular and mainstream and still, have some sort of dignity, in who he is and pride in who he is.
Yes,
do you see it's a little difficult for you or you're good? Your head is on straight. You're focused. How do you manage?
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple for me. Again, I've always had the support, and so I'm grateful for my transition, my whole journey of growth, man. And I think that honestly, I think God gave me the opportunity to be able to probably, I would say, develop a foundation of support. Mm-hmm. And those people that resonated with my R&B side, they just grown with me throughout my entire journey. And now they hear my music that I'm making today about Jesus. And I think that for me personally, I think that it's a blessing to be able to do that, to be able to grab people and then just bring that many people over here as you're being introduced to more people. I'm grateful for it, and I know, and like I said, even outside of me, just being surrounded by the support, I've never had to feel like I had to question it or try to, change myself or anything like that. Like I've always had the support from the people that mean the most to me. So it's not a struggle for me at all, man. I'm grateful for that.
Man, I'm glad that you said that because there's a lot of people that are going through, these changes because music will pull you in different directions, but you seem to have a hold on it. Like saying, God has anointed me, God has gifted me, God has blessed me. And you're still in tune with the Lord. Like, okay, God, this is what we're going to do. I'm following. And you seem like, you're not giving any, pushback to God, which is awesome. And I think a lot of people are going to be able to see that in you and even in your music. So, the message that you want your listeners to, or all of our listeners, not your listeners, because your listeners are my listeners, because we love your music, right? How do you want them to receive this? If you can, put it in your own words, like, I want you to receive this song just like this, or like, what would you say to the people that you want them to get out of this record?
I think simply for me, this song is testimony. This song is just a moment of reflection to share with somebody the goodness of Jesus, to where no matter what they're going through, whether it's a high mountaintop experience or something like from the lowest valley that they find themselves in, if you listen to this record, you are going to be able to connect with it, and it is going to bring you to a sense of gratitude because you're literally thanking Jesus. You're reflecting on the good things that Jesus has done for you in the past. And in whatever situation you are, you should feel encouraged after listening to this record.
Absolutely. Now, I want to go back to the church for a little bit. What's the name of the church out there in Texas?
Shout out, man, to my church home, Tabernacle of Praise Family Worship Center, the top church in Houston, Texas.
All right. Y'all hear that, America? When y'all in Houston, Texas, you need to go to what church? What?
Yes, sir. The Tabernacle of Praise Family Worship Center.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
Good. I want to make sure.
The Beltway in Little York in Houston.
Oh, okay. Cool. So your music does carry a strong message of praise and salvation. What's important to you that you want to, why is it so important that you want to make Christ the center of your music? Because a lot of people, they just do things and make music and, they forget who they are when the money and the success comes and all that stuff. And I know that you come from a good background, so your head is very balanced and you're very focused. But how do you keep Christ as the center of your ministry, your artistry, your music? How do you do it?
Brother Marcus, I think, man, I've just had enough experiences to know that when you don't make them the center, life just isn't better. You know what I'm saying?
That right there. Listen, I'm going to say this.
Yes, sir.
Say less. We got it.
Yes, sir. It's just the best play, man.
Yeah, listen. Now, what artists or ministers or life examples have you experienced? You know what I mean? Like, let me put it this way, because I got a lot of thoughts running through my head. What artist, whether gospel or secular, do you say, man, I really appreciate that artist for the artistry? And we're not talking about, what they bring to the table as far as lyrics and all of that, whether it's provocative or whatever the case is. Because I'll tell you now, if it makes you feel better, I like artists like ZZ Top and Prince, and
Yes, sir.
Those are the people that I like.
Absolutely.
But what kind of artists do you like that you kind of say, I like what they do?
Man, that's just to name one. That's such a task. But I think overall, I would always say like a Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson is my top for sure. He just touched so many people and spread a positive message, and literally people all over the world. And he really brought this world together in a positive way.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's just commendable and something that's iconic, and that's something that I've always wanted to do since I was introduced to him. So I just love that, that type of impact,
Yeah. Now, what do you want your legacy to be when people think about, JPyles and, the impact of your ministry? What do you want them to be able to say about you?
Brother Marcus, I would just want people to remember me as an honest person, and a person that was just, I guess, sold out to connecting people with Jesus, whether it's through my music, whether it's through preaching, whether it's through my brand, Disciples, whatever it is, like whatever I'm connected to is going to be something that is Christ-centered, that is put out there for people to connect with, to be connected with Jesus. And I just want people to see that. And for me, a major thing is I'm so grateful for God's favor on my life, because God has blessed me to be able to have a few successful things going on. And I know that this is just the beginning, but I also want to be like living evidence of people seeing that just because you do something Christ-centered, you got it. That's all you can do.
Nah.
Like, no, you can also you can do real estate. You can do business owning. You can do all sorts of things. And I think that more people need to see that when it comes to kingdom success. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you definitely have that.
And I really want to show that to the world.
And you definitely have that, man. So, you mentioned Disciples, your brand. What does the name Disciples represent? And how did the vision for that movement begin?
Yes, sir. So Disciples is literally just about like the disciples of Jesus, the men that walked with Jesus while he walked this earth. And it's just about a group of people that are not ashamed to outwardly express their love for God, and basically living a lifestyle that reflects them doing their best to follow him. In 2020, that idea was actually presented to me. Well, one of my friends was like, "Man, you need something like the people that support you, like like I said, I'm from Houston, so it's like something like Beyonce has, like with the Beehive." And I was like, "Oh, that's crazy," I was like, "That would be cool." So I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, you really a disciple," And I'm like, that is very true. And then, of course, just looking at the word, if I just put the Y in the back of it, it puts my name in it. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's really dope. I think that's really special. And I think that's something that's really unique, and that works because that is what we're doing. We're all just, I just feel like I'm a disciple of Christ out here trying to do my part and bringing everybody back. You know what I mean? Bringing this world back to Jesus. So it was like, man, it was so amazing, and it's been doing such amazing things and growing in such a beautiful way, man, that I know it's just the beginning, and I'm just grateful for it, But that's something that I want to show people. Like, you can also do those types of things and work in ministry and not allow people to put you in a box that says you can only do this.
Yeah, because, coming from the church where you're at, your father being in ministry, the legacy that you have, you can't just put anybody in a box. You got to jump out the box. How about that?
Absolutely.
Definitely keeping it popping. So what's next for JPyles Disciples and your ministry moving forward? What's next?
So right now, we actually this is going to be the end of our Yams month, our young adult month out here at the Top Church. This coming Sunday is going to be out. We have 5 weeks of young adults throughout the country, really coming through and standing to minister. So we had a month full of that, which was amazing. We're just growing and doing more things as far as that's concerned over at our church. As far as disciples, I'm actually getting ready to drop another Jesus line, just in recognition of the single. Like I just dropped some crops that went crazy this week. So I'm super excited about that, but we're going to keep that rolling, as we just continue to push the record and just spread Jesus in that direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. And then of course, pushing the single. I'm super excited. I know that we got invited to come out to the Stellars this year, so I know we'll be out there, with some family and friends and just celebrating Jesus and continue to grow on the journey that God has me on. So we got a few cool things coming up that I'm super excited about.
I'm excited about it too, man. Now, let me ask you this. How can people get in touch with you? Is there a website, a phone number, an email, or telegram?
Yes, sir. No, absolutely. Please connect with me on my social media platforms. That's at JPyles II. That's at JPyles II for TikTok and Instagram. Please connect with my YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. That's JPyles, J.Pyles for a lot of the visuals that we've done along my journey. Definitely for the last few releases that we've had also. For booking information, it'll be bookingJPyles@gmail.com. So that's bookingJPyles@gmail.com. And that's about all the ways right there, Brother Marcus.
All right. Well, we definitely appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we were up close and personal with JPyles' new record out all around the globe called Jesus. Stay close, everybody. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.